Hi guys. Okay, so I'm going to talk about a few things today, and a couple of them are very personal and something that normally is not discussed with other people because of people's embarrassment. So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm really not embarrassed in all reality. Okay, so yesterday was a long day. As you can see, I still have my hair up because I took a shower yesterday. I wore my neck brace and then I put my hair up into a clip up here to dry because I just could not even have the strength to brush through it, because in all honesty, shower days are an exhausting day for me because of the fact that I save up my spoons, or as those who are not familiar with the term, I save up all of my energy to be able to take a shower. A lot of people might be like, well, how hard is it to take a shower? Well, I faint when I stand up too quickly or stay standing for too long. And with me only having a shower stall in my apartment, I have to be standing. And then the act of reaching my hands above my head to wash my hair is exhausting, let alone the fact that normally my neck will slip. So I always wear my silicone neck brace that I have when I'm in the shower. And then if I have the energy, I will dry my hair with a towel that day while my neck is supported. If I don't have the energy, which I didn't have the energy yesterday, I just put it up into a clip. So now on to the embarrassing part of EDS. What is it with not being able to have a bowel movement? I have talked to doctors and things like that. I'm actually waiting for an email from a doctor to tell me whether I should go into the hospital because of this issue, because I have not had an actual bowel movement in over a week now. I am taking the medication. They gave me the Miralax because I can't be on an actual stimulant laxative because of my Ehlers-danlos hypermobility type. My GI doctor, who I saw on Monday of this week, which was the 24th, they said that if I was to go on a stimulant laxative that makes my colon like squeeze, that I could basically damage my body and make a hole in my intestines because of stuff being under pressure. So they gave me Miralax. Now, I've been on the Miralax for, well, basically since Monday. I've been on the Miralax, or maybe Tuesday, depending on when Jesse picked it up. And it is now Saturday. I still have not had like a bowel movement. I have had like a little golf ball at some point yesterday, but the pain is ridiculous. Last night was like so horrible. I kept trying to go and go and go. I even sat my feet up on a chair that I have in the bathroom for when my stomach gets like this. And I fell asleep last night sitting in the chair trying to go to the bathroom. So my husband got me put back together and then got me into bed for me to go to sleep, and the pain was just crazy. The pain I still have is crazy. And the thing is that like when you live in chronic pain because of your joints all the time, when you have pain in another area, my body doesn't know how to tolerate it because I'm so used to just tolerating one type of pain. So it's absolutely crazy having to deal with this. I'm waiting for the email to tell me whether I should go to the hospital. And then on top of that, I just want the pain to stop. Like, When I went to the GI doctor on Monday, I told them how I wasn't able to swallow normal food. So I've been eating very liquidy oatmeal. And last night, I decided I was going to adjust my recipe for my meals, which I absolutely love, absolutely adore it. So when I told the GI doctor about the fact that I'm not able to take in a lot of food, his first question was how everything was exiting my body. And I told him, basically that it's not. And they were more worried about stuff exiting my body than me actually getting food in. And I'm not sure if that's because I'm a big girl, quote unquote. But, yeah, I really don't know what's going on. My stomach's acting all kinds of weird. And when I say stomach, I don't mean my actual, stomach, the organ. I mean stomach location on my body. I've dealt with this problem pretty much all my life. Originally, I was misdiagnosed with IBS. Then I got diagnosed with IBS-C because I had IBS-D originally, and we found out that that was honestly because of allergies. So at this point in time, I'm not sure if, because I'm eating oatmeal, if I'm actually allergic to gluten or not, and I don't have an allergy appointment until the end of August. So I'm kind of stuck with going, what do I do? So it might turn into a hospital trip today. It might not. This time actually last year, I was hospitalized right around this time. And they had done the CAT scan, and the CAT scan showed that I was blocked up all the way into my actual stomach organ. So my entire bowels were completely full and nobody could get anything out. My husband is trying to go get an enema kit again to see if that will help, because that's what they did at the hospital. They gave me an enema and it helped a little bit. And then when I got home from the hospital, I had to do 3 more enemas to get something working. So it's kind of difficult when you're dealing with an issue like this and there's so much of a taboo over discussing it. And I want to make sure that people know that there really isn't a taboo. Like, you should not be afraid to say something. You should not be afraid to say that you're uncomfortable to a doctor or to family members or anything. Like, it's one of those things where I think we create our own fear of a situation based on the fear of the community at large about what's happening to us. I know with having such a rare disorder, with the Ehlers-danlos syndrome, it's hard to find community to be able to talk to, especially when you're newly diagnosed. Like, I'm still within my first year of diagnosis, and I'm actually even within the first year of me knowing what it is to have it. But with me having the hypermobility type, which I said before was the catch-all for those who didn't fit the other criteria, it's rather hard and difficult to talk about something, and let alone finding doctors who know what they're talking about. I thankfully have a wonderful doctor named Dr. Reynolds at the University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia. Him and a couple of the students below him know that EDS is a problem, especially EDS hypermobility, and they're able to handle it and work with it appropriately. So thankfully, that's where I go for my GI issues now. Prior to that, I went to somebody who didn't understand, and they had performed a colonoscopy on me 2 years ago, and the first prep actually made me faint and I couldn't do anything. The second prep, which was used with Miralax, that one did okay, but it was not comfortable per se. But that's, basically how it is. Whenever you have to do a prep for a colonoscopy and everything, you have to have everything get out of your system. But when you're not able to do that for long stretches of time, which I'm not, and quite a few other Ehlers-danlos patients are not able to do that, and they're not able to talk about it either. Like, my stomach does not digest food the right way either. So it's like, 1, I have the allergies. 2, I have a stomach that doesn't want to work. 3, I'm not able to swallow a lot of things anymore. And 4, I'm not allowed to have, it's not that I'm not allowed to, it's that my body's saying F you to me. I can't go to the bathroom. And I'm constantly dehydrated. Like, I drink these all the time. A lot of times I'll add flavoring to them when I get bored with regular water. And that's because of the fact of how much I end up drinking of it. I drink probably 2 of these first thing in the morning. Then I have 1 little mug of coffee. And then I'll end up having like 2 more of these. And then I will eat liquidy oatmeal. I'll eat 1 small bowl of it. And then I drink 1 of these with the oatmeal to make sure everything gets down. And then I drink another 1 of these after my meal to wash everything down and make sure that it stays in my system. And then I have to sit up for a few hours. I'm not allowed to lay down flat at all after I eat. So I sit up, and then I wait basically till my stomach growls. And when my stomach growls, then I get a little bowl of oatmeal again. And then I drink the same amount of water that I do in the morning with that. And then I sit up like I am now, and I basically wait until my stomach growls again. If my stomach doesn't growl, then I don't eat. And that's the funny thing is I'm a big girl. Like, I weigh 175 pounds right now. I've gained 5 pounds because of, stress and rain and all that stuff and swelling. But still, I don't think people in general, not just doctors, I don't think people in general understand that I'm not able to take a lot in. So when I don't have a bowel movement from the little bit I take in, it is concerning and it is very painful because everything inside of my GI tract has shrunk. It really has. It has shrunk because of lack of use. So at some point in time, the issue will be addressed. I am due for another colonoscopy this year. The doctor who I spoke to on Monday is trying to find an anesthesiologist who will give me the shortest amount of prep, and then have the doctor who I normally am supposed to see, Dr. Reynolds, be the one to do the colonoscopy, so that on October 31st, he then can see me and know what's going on because he did the procedure. So that is what's going on right now. And I hope that people understand that this is not honestly a taboo subject. It's something that those of us who are honestly chronically ill have to face. Like, we literally have to face telling doctors and nurses and other people about our bathroom habits. And a lot of times it may seem like it's embarrassing because people don't understand that the truth is that it has to be said. It has to be explained. People have to speak up and say, hey, something is going on. This is not right. Or even asking another person's opinion, going, hey, how many times are you going to the bathroom? Yeah, I found out that, going once a week was not exactly the best. At one point in time, I used to go once a day, and then that slowed down as my swallowing started having problems. So it could be all connected. It could not be connected. It could be that there's a more serious problem that I just don't know about. So hopefully this wakes people up to the realization that yes, bowel movements and intestinal tract issues have to be talked about openly without fear of judgment and things like that. It needs to be talked about, because if you don't say something, nobody's going to know something's wrong. So, all right. Well, hopefully that was able to help somebody. I hope that everybody understands that, yes, this is basically what I have to deal with on a regular basis. This is something most Ehlers-danlos patients have to deal with on a regular basis. And yes, a lot of times it's not talked about because people get embarrassed. All right, so please be kind to one another. Please remember that everybody's facing a different battle than you, and you should not judge. Have a good day, everybody, and I will see you in my next video.